Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am coming to you with a new makeup try on using all of my Sephora VIB Rouge purchases. Well, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. There are some things that I have actually bought that I will be doing a separate video on. Today it's all about some of the other stuff that I bought though in my Sephora VIB sale. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was my skincare. I did go out and I bought the Algenist, the liquid collagen serum, and that's what it looks like, and I've got it on my skin right now. I have used it once before. I really like it. I think that it's actually quite nice. I like the way my skin feels. Of course, with skincare, first impressions don't mean a whole lot. It's really about the cumulative effect over time. So I will be reporting back on this product as I use it. It'll pop up on my favorites or an empties or whatever. First of all, I got my little tote bag of the year. I really like it. I think it's really pretty. Man, my Sephora was crazy that Friday. I went on Friday the 10th, and in the morning even. I went like at 10 in the morning. Our mall opens up at 9:30 and already it was insanely packed. Enough babbling. Let's move along with the items that I bought. Anything that I did not buy, any of the makeup steps that I did not buy, I'm going to go ahead and skip over. If it's something that I already own, I'm not going to show it. One of the things that I ended up buying is the Yves Saint Laurent All Hours foundation, and I picked up the shade Amber. I tried it on in the store. I really liked the finish on my hand, and I really hope that this shade matches me. I wasn't about to go and try and snag a Sephora person because they were hard to come by. I just went ahead and tried it on my hand, and I liked it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. I do plan on doing a review demo of this foundation, so do not fret. With foundations, I don't necessarily like doing first impressions videos because I might like a foundation the first day and when I first put it on, but then stuff happens and it ends up not being such a great product. So this is what it looks like. It is fairly runny. It does have a goodish amount of coverage. At least it covered up a lot of the swatches and stuff that I had on my hand when I tried it on. It doesn't really have a smell. It smells kind of like foundation, which sometimes coincidentally smells like paint to me sometimes, but anyway. And I've been favoring using my beauty blender lately. I used 2 pumps, by the way, and I think it might have been too much, but we shall see. Anyway, I've been favoring my beauty blender lately for putting on makeup. I don't know, I just got over using my Artis brush. I think I've gotten my money's worth out of that puppy. Actually, 2 pumps is perfect for me. It's giving me exactly what I need. And actually, I changed my mind. It actually does have a scent. It smells kind of, I don't know, grapefruity or floral like. I don't know. It smells pretty though. I like it. It's not offensive to me. And I really do like the coverage that I'm getting from this foundation. It's really pretty so far. I mean, look at that. That's great coverage. And it doesn't feel heavy right now. So that's good. Again, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to kind of give you my initial thoughts, but it's not the end-all be-all opinion on this. Really pretty finish. Even though it is full coverage, I do still see a little bit of my freckles peeking through, you know, but I'm okay with that. I'm not like, you know, a fiend about having completely 100% full coverage. So far I am really loving this finish. I think it is a beautiful finish. It hasn't finished drying though. It does feel a little bit tacky. Uh-oh, eyebrow break. Now I'm gonna use my concealer and just gonna zip through this. Okay, so I have powdered my face. I did feel the need to put some powder on because the foundation was still a little bit tacky after I applied my concealer. Now I'm gonna do my brows. I'll be right back. So one of the other products that I bought that I mentioned was the Tartelette Toasted palette. I went on a mission specifically for that palette. Look at the size of that mirror. I don't want to blind you guys, but damn, that's a big ass mirror. And then you've got all of the beautiful colors, and that's what the palette looks like. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous, and I'm blinding you. I know, I'm sorry. I mentioned in my VIB what's in my cart video, the Tartelette Toasted palette is like what I wanted the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette to be, you know, because it has golds mixed in. I think that's what was lacking from the Naked Heat palette. The looks all pretty much look the same because the tones are very close to each other. They needed a little bit more variation in there as far as like bringing in some gold tones. At least that's my opinion. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into the palette, and I am going to start out with, I think I'm going to start out with this light peach color here. As always, I start out with my transition shade and kind of just work from there. When I swatched these at Sephora, I was so surprised at how pigmented they were. I mean, they're like incredibly pigmented shadows and very soft, and those are the things that I absolutely love. As far as primer, because I used my Urban Decay Naked Concealer, that concealer actually works very, very well for me as an eyeshadow primer, so I don't have to put additional primer on. I'm just going ahead and putting the colors on to my lid. It's funny, there are only two concealers that work for me in that way, and it's the naked Skin Concealer and the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Now this color you're not really seeing on camera, at least what I can see in the viewfinder. I mean, it's very, very pale, and I'm okay with that. It's like a really pale kind of yellow tone peachy color. Oh, don't you just love how I describe color? But I'm just putting that down in the transition and kind of building it up. I'm gonna probably do my usual eye look just because I'm getting to know this palette. Hope you don't get bored with that, but honestly I find it is the quickest, easiest way of getting shadow on my lids. All right, so I'm going in with a crease brush that's a little bit more densely packed. This is a Sonia Kashuk crease brush. I don't think she sells it anymore. It's the number 118, and it's just a really nice dome shaped crease brush. I think I'm gonna go in with this color here, which is a deep terracotta, and just gonna pop that into the crease. But so far, just these two colors that I've used, this palette is not disappointing. And not really concentrating it anywhere, I'm just kind of, you know, brushing it back and forth. Sorry if I don't have you zoomed in too close, but honestly, I struggle so much because I don't have autofocus on my camera. You know, getting in too close and being really super blurry, or getting out of frame and being really super blurry. So I've decided that I'm gonna have to sit out here a little bit when I do my eye looks, because it's just, that's the only way that it works out, where I don't have to constantly be watching and being careful that I'm in focus. So I hope you don't mind. Maybe I'll get a camera next year that autofocuses, but it's gonna have to wait because I want to get a really good one. I want to get one that will last me, and I just got this camera about 3 years ago, but I'm making do with this one. I think this one does fine. I just wish I had autofocus. All right, so I've gotten the base colors down. I think I want to go in with, I think I'm gonna go in with this deep brown color right here, and I'm gonna do the outer corners just to bring some depth. I'm not gonna take it in though, I'm just laying that down right here and going in at an angle. I'm not sure what I'm doing just yet, but I'm putting that down as my base. And what I like to do is I like to put the dark color down, and then sometimes when I layer a lighter color on top, it just provides a shadow in that area. You know, you can't see the true brown because it's covered up, but it will, you know, create a shadow. I'm not an artist. I'm not a professional makeup artist in the least. I just know what I like, and I know what works for me, and sometimes that might work for you. And you'll have to forgive me if my lighting gets kind of weird, because I've got some natural light that I'm using, and on this side of me I've got a tree that's got, it's a maple tree, so I've got these massive yellow leaves, and they're bouncing the light into my room. So when the sun hits them directly, they bounce that light back in. And so you'll see the lighting kind of changing a little bit, and I apologize about that. But I like using natural light as much as possible because I think it just looks better, of course. And so that's kind of That's kind of a hazard of using natural light sometimes. All right, so I have laid down the darker color on my outer eyelid. I'm gonna go in with this color right here, and it is called Flame. And I have not been telling you the colors that I've been using. I apologize about that. I forget that the color names come on here. You see, it's color, having color names on a palette really doesn't do much for me. But anyway, I used Cashmere as my transition color. I used Cozy, which is this one right here, in the deeper crease, and then I used Fireside in the outer corner. And now I'm going to go in with Flame, and I'm going to place Flame on the outer part of my eye, and I'm going to go ahead and go over Fireside with that color. And that is a beautiful, beautiful color. Oh my goodness, I really like that. Very pretty. And I'm not wetting the brush, I'm just putting it on straight up. And I really love this color. It's so pretty. See, and I like that Fireside is creating a little bit of a shadow under there. You can't really see it anymore because I've covered it, but you can still see that it's, you can still sense its presence. Oh my God, that sounds so ominous. All right, next I'm gonna go in with a small, little small shader brush. These are the Bodyography Pro brushes that I received in a BoxyCharm. I love my BoxyCharm box for that reason. I'm gonna go in with Candle, which is this really pale gold, and gonna apply that to the inner part of my lid, patting that on. Now this shade does have a little bit of fallout. As I'm putting it onto my lid, I can see the little bits of glitter on my cheeks. But I really do like it. It's a really pretty color. And just layering it on and making sure to blend out with that coppery flame color. And I'm going to use the brush that I used for Flame and just kind of help blend that out a little bit. There we go. Really pretty, very basic eye look. And then doing the same to the other. I really, really love these shadows, guys. I really love this palette. It is gorgeous. If you love warm tone palettes, this is definitely one to consider. And again, just going in with the brush that had the Flame on it and blending. Now I think I've lost a little bit of my crease color, so I'm going to go in with that color again, and that's Cozy, with the same brush, and just kind of add that color back in and blend out what's going on the mobile lid. And then using my fluffy blending brush, and I am going to take a little bit more of that Cashmere shade, blend it out, and bring the transition up. So far so good. I'm really liking this. Then taking a small brush here, and I'm going to go in with S'more, which is this light tone right here, and I'm going to do my brow bone with that. You know, my preference is a matte highlight, brow bone highlight color, you know what I mean. I prefer having something matte there. I don't like having something shimmery. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, having a shimmery shadow right there, I don't know, it just really, it ages you, I think. At least in my mind, I feel like it ages me. You know, to see a shiny thing there, you know, on the upper brow, I just don't like how it looks for myself. Okay, so that's the upper lids, and again, just doing something very basic. I have to address the fallout. I've got fallout all right here and all right here, and I'm just going to take a brush and flick it off very lightly, very gently, flick it off. and it, for the most part, just comes right off. And I'm just going to mimic what I did on top, on the bottom. And so I think actually I'm going to start out with this. I'm gonna beg for trouble, and I'm going to start out with this little brown, this brown here that has some gold glitters. Let's just see what happens. Ooh, holy moly, that is pigmented. Oh my goodness, that is a lot. Okay, that is a lot darker than I expected. This will make for a really pretty brown smoky eye, I think. Holy pigment. Wow. That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. So I'm going to bring in this shade here, and this is in Warmth. It is a slightly lighter terracotta to this color here, and I'm using a fluffy small blending brush. Ooh-wee, lots of pigment. And always make sure to connect. Wow. I love it. 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 And I think that's all I'm going to do to my eyes. So next, I'm going to go ahead and add a liner. That's only for the fact that I'm going to put falsies on. Okay, so going to go ahead and apply my lashes off camera. Let me see if I can find them. I put them here somewhere. Where did you go? All right, so I've gotten my lashes on, and I am going to show you, this is not a new product. I did not buy it as part of my VIB haul, but I am using it. And this is the Urban Decay 24/7 liner in alkaline. And I just thought I needed a little bit of something there, and I really love this color. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face. I didn't buy any new face products. You know, come to think of it, I didn't buy a whole lot that, you know, it felt like a lot. It really did. I spent a lot of money. I just don't feel like I got a lot out of it, but that's okay. I'm here to show you what the foundation looks like, you know, how it goes on, and then also the Tartelette Toasted Palette, which, okay. So onward to my face. I will have all the products that I use listed down below. All right, so the last product that I purchased that I'm going to be trying for you today, this is a Pat McGrath Labs lipstick, and this is in the Luxe Trance formula. And it is the one that I talked about in my video called Beautiful Creatures, and here is the box. It's a beautiful little box. I think I'm gonna go in without liner. All right, so this is the finished look, and I'm really happy with all of the products that I used. And let me go ahead and go over them one by one. The Pat McGrath Luxe Trance lipstick in Beautiful Creatures is just as beautiful as I thought it was going to be. It's a really pretty warm, rosy kind of color that I think complements this eye look very well. It is a really great moisturizing formula. I love this lipstick. I think that I really appreciate the longevity that I get from it. And even though it is not a matte lipstick, it still clings to the lips really well. It feels extremely comfortable. It does hang around for quite a while, and I just truly love that lipstick. I think that overall the Pat McGrath lipsticks are amazing, and the VIB sale is still going on, so if you want to get yourself a really nice lipstick and you want to splurge on your lipstick, if you want to get any of the Pat McGrath lipsticks, whether it be the matte formula or the not matte formula, the cream formula, then now is the time to do it. VIB sale is still going on. Definitely worth the splurge, in my opinion. They're absolutely beautiful, gorgeous lipsticks that perform very well. The Tartelette Toasted Palette. I'm in love with this palette. I know that I've got a ton of other warm toned palettes, and I've got, you know, the Naked Heat, which is a very fiery warm tone palette, as is the Toasted palette. I honestly really like the Toasted palette more, even with me just using it once, and it is just absolutely beautiful. The shades are highly pigmented. They are they blend like a dream. They do kick up some, but you know, what shadow palette do I have that doesn't do that these days? So that's not an issue for me. What I care about is blendability, pigmentation, and I've got that in these shadows, and they are absolutely, absolutely beautiful. I didn't have to use a lot to get them to show up. I think that they look really, really good. I'm so happy with this eye look. This is just my typical standard everyday eye look, but it works really, really well in that capacity, so I can't wait to play around with it a little bit more and try different things. And then the Yves Saint Laurent All Hours foundation, and I really am liking what I'm seeing so far. It's not really settling terribly into my fine lines or wrinkles. I mean, I do have it settling in a little bit to this wrinkle here, just a touch, but it's not anything more or less than any of the other foundations that I have. And I really like the coverage that I'm getting with this foundation. I think the coverage is really, really good. It is a pretty full coverage. I think you can layer it, but I didn't want to really cake it on today. And that's nice that I don't have to cake it on in order to get a really decent coverage out of the foundation. So far, really, really liking that, but I am going to continue using it. Don't forget that I currently have a thanks giveaway contest running on my channel. It will be running through the 17th of November. You will have until Friday the 17th to enter the contest. I will leave all of the contest rules and information down below. Just important for you to know, you do need to be subscribed to my channel in order to qualify, and you do need to leave a gratitude statement in the comments. It can be in the comments of this video or the thanks giveaway video, but you must follow the link below. If you are not subscribed, it is at that point that you will be asked to subscribe and also provide your email address. Whether you're subscribed or not, you just want to enter the contest. You don't need to leave your email address in the comments down below. It will be collected as part of the entry form. Just make sure to give me a good email address that you check frequently. All of that detail will be listed down below. Any of the products that I did not mention in this video will also be listed down below. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you again so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I really hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.